Hello, how are you?
Fine. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm fine. Thank you.
How was your trip?
Our trip was good.
Okay.
It's not far away from Sarajevo.
Okay, that's nice. Welcome back.
Thank you for accepting us here in Orašju. And for the beginning of this conversation, I would like to ask you about yourself. Who are you and what kind of business you're doing here in Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Well, thank you. It's an honor for having you here. So, my name is Tamer. I'm the father of 2 children. I have a girl, Nilay, and a boy, Eray. So, in the meantime, both are working. My wife is also in Orašju at the moment because sometimes she has some time and she wants to come to this location. We love Bosnia and Herzegovina. We love it. It's a beautiful country. And why did we come in the past to this location? It's very easy. We have some connection to this region. We have a connection. We feel like going to your home address, you know? It's like having a second address, or it's a real address you go to. It's a good feeling. We had in the past, we had also a good feeling when we arrived here. So it's like I told you, going home. So this is one of the things why we are here. But I think the most important thing is the location of Bosnia. Bosnia is a country which has great opportunities, and one of the opportunities is that the location, it's well situated in Europe, so it's like the center of Europe. It has some advantages, like everything has also some disadvantages. The advantage is the location. Another advantage is that in this location you can find good working staff, people. So that was also an advantage. We looked in the past what the possibilities are for starting up a production process, and we thought, okay, we have those people, so we can start up a production facility. In Bosnia, so the location is very important. So Bosnia is, well, it's not a big country, but still is a big country because the infrastructure, they have to work on the infrastructure. If the infrastructure is not well, like you have in Europe, the distances are very wide. So it takes a long time for coming from Zenica to this location. So we thought, okay, let's find a location which is near the border. So the import and the export will be done very easily because you are on the border. That's why we checked in Brčko, we checked in Orašju, and we said, okay, let's take Orašju because the connection way to Europe is easier. At the moment, we are in Bosnia, I think, more than 10 years. We struggled. It was not easy. Let me tell me like that. It was not easy. But in the meantime, we managed it. So we are growing also in Bosnia. We are investing a lot in Bosnia. And why we are investing in Bosnia? Not only because we like it, we have a good feeling, but we believe also in a great future of Bosnia. It's a very hard location to work. But as soon as you get in this location, the feeling is right. So you know also that we picked out one of the best locations you can get in Europe. That's the feeling. So for the next coming period, the next coming years, we will be still investing in Bosnia. I think that we will be one of the biggest companies because we will be especially specialized in export. So we will have a big added value to Bosnia because we are exporting the labor. We are not importing and selling products here locally. We are exporting labor, and that's the biggest added value that we can give Bosnia. So we are also selling a lot of Bosnian air, like we are producing insulation materials. So there's also added value. What are the plans for the next coming months, years? As you have seen, we have almost a working area of 60,000 square meters in Orašju. We are expanding in Brčko because we have also some nice opportunities at that location. In Orašju, we try to be a company which is not dependent on other companies for some raw materials some service. So we try to do everything on this location on ourselves. So you will see also the production facility. It goes like this. Seeing that you are working in Bosnia, it's not easy to get some spare parts, and you know that. It's very hard, you have to go abroad. So that was the main obstacle. It's very hard to get some spare parts. And we started up a workshop. So as soon as we need a spare part, we are producing itself in this location, in this factory. So we have a huge workshop. So that's what we are trying to do.
How many employees you have? And I learned before this conversation, years before, that this part of Bosnia and Herzegovina has continuously problem with employers. There are no people to work on the different jobs. What is the situation here in your company?
Well, that's a very good question, because we are located on the border, and you know there are a lot of German companies. They want to visit our company. In the past, we are a little bit naive. We thought, okay, those German companies, they are amazed that we are working on a very high level, on a German-based level higher. And we thought, okay, let them come and let them visit our company. But the idea was to get some engineers from Bosnia. And the best way is you go to a factory, you see the engineers, and you do some proposal. Would you like to work for us? So we didn't know that. We are very naive. So a problem is that, seeing that you are located on a border city, you have a lot of foreign companies who want to get your people. Yes. But another problem is so you have to keep those people. That's another problem. You have to keep those people, and you have to give them something that they have a good feeling that they can build for their future in this location. Imagine that you are living in Orašju, you have your family, you have your father, you have your mother. You want to stay at this location. Why? Because in our religion, you take care about your family, so you try to stay here. But when a German company comes and says, okay, you will get 2,000, 3,000 euros, then you have an idea, okay, I will earn a lot of money. But it's not only earning. How expensive is life at that location? And how expensive is life at this location? And what can I do with my money on this location and that money on that location? So we have also people who left and he wants to come back, because they know that it's not only the wages that are important, it's important that what can I do with those wages I get? So another thing is, people want to stay here, especially when you are married here and you have a certain age. You don't want to move, you want to stay, because me too, you want to go to your motherland, you want to stay there. So we have that all. But money is a trigger that people go abroad. At the moment, I don't think that we have problems finding people working for our companies, because there is also a new law saying that the minimum wages are 1,000 marks. So there are a lot of companies that don't keep those people. So we are the gateway for those companies, for those employees. So at the moment, I think that we have more than 100 people working. The idea is that we will be needing more and more people, because we have opened also another company. We will be needing more people. And finding good people with language knowledge, it's not so hard here. So a lot of people, they speak English, Dutch, and there are a lot of people speaking Turkish also. That's amazing. That's amazing. I didn't know how, because we have a lot of soaps in Bosnia, and they learn Turkish by looking to the soaps. That's great. So that's one of the most beautiful things the Turkish government ever did. So that's very good.
Yeah, Turkey has a big influential here in Bosnia and Herzegovina, especially with TV shows and other TV commercials and others. Did you have any obstacles coming here in Bosnia and Herzegovina and growing up your business? And would you rather recommend to invest here in Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Yes, well,
you're investing in Bosnia.
You shoot with right questions. So it's like this. So we like the location, but in the past it was like this. So when I had a Bosnian employee, I sent him into Bosnia. He was from Više, and I said, okay, go and find a factory, a big factory, at least 5,000 square meters. But you don't have big factories at this location. But my obstacle was that up front, before coming to this location, people think that there is a war.
Yeah, that's a big problem eventually in Europe.
Yeah, but it's a problem, it's a local problem, not for the other ex-Yugoslavian countries, it's for Bosnia. That's problem,
Yeah.
it's direct to this location. The biggest problem is, I think that the government has to do some advertisements.
Yeah.
How safe it is. So I explained it also. We know it's safe. So we have sometimes you have some discussions, political discussion. We know that you have that everywhere because politicians, they think about their own pockets, not the people. That's another thing, and that's what I told. We tried to get some racing systems here at this location, but we couldn't manage that. So that's an issue. So the biggest issue is that people, European, in Turkey you don't have this issue, but European people, they think that there is still a war going on. And me, well, I think of myself that I'm a small diplomat because I'm working for the Bosnian government indirectly, because I'm making a lot of advertisement about Bosnia, how good everything is here, how you have a lot of oxygen, you have good food, meat, everything is well, you can sleep very good, you get a
Forest
good
and nature, rivers.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So it's a beautiful country, but it's not up to me. So I will give you an example. You have Croatia. Croatia is doing a lot of advertisement about Croatian wines, And who is doing that? Ladies are doing that. And why ladies? Because ladies, they give that safe feeling.
Yeah.
And you need some PR ladies, beautiful ladies in traditional clothes for selling this location to Europe. What did I do the last month? So I have a friend in Belgium, and I invite this friend to Sarajevo because they are organizing golf tournaments. And so I said, okay, let's do this in Sarajevo. Let's invite those rich people from Europe to Sarajevo to a golf tournament, and they have some kayak, they have some sightseeing on the mountains, so they are working on that. I have done the networking, so at the moment they are working on it. So that is maybe the first step, that rich European people, golf players, can come and visit Sarajevo with the idea, we went to Sarajevo, but there is no war. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. It's green.
They were shocked, I presume.
Yeah, so like me, shocked. So we have two persons from Europe organizing this, and they came and they were shocked. They said, what kind of country is it? This is like heaven on earth. This is what we have to do. And I tried that. I went to London, especially for Bosnia. I went to the mayor, explaining him, listen, we can organize e-boat races on the Sava. E-boat race, you know that it's electric boat race, it's unique, but they don't have the money for doing that. But you need something for putting on the television, on the international television, like Eurosport. And I arranged everything. I said, okay, you only have to pay. I arranged everything, and they said we don't have the means for doing that. So the problem in Bosnia is they have renewed the borders. That means that it will take a while till Bosnia gets in the European Union, because they have invested millions and millions in the border, so that's the idea. But that's not the problem. The problem is that we have to be released from the idea that we are still in war. Mm-hmm. So we have to give signals, international signals, that this is peacefully, and we have nature, we have the waterfalls, more beautiful than the Niagara waterfalls. It's beautiful.
Do you have any advice for Bosnia and Herzegovina economists, for especially politicians, to increase Bosnia and Herzegovina in the eyes of world?
Yeah, sure. I think I can say that because I still don't have the nationality. I think that we need in this country we need less politicians, because everyone I meet was a former Minister of Defense, was a former Minister of Economic Affairs. Everyone was, well, you know, it's very expensive. We pay a lot of social rights, and why this is not attractive to European companies, because you pay wages and you pay more to the government. Why? Because someone has to be paid by our money we are paying. So less politicians. Less politicians. I think that's the main idea. Less politicians, and the politicians, they have to work not for themselves. They have to work for the people. So we have to begin with advertisement, explaining what kind of country this is, and then it's easy. Because imagine we have trucks. We can't drive to Europe without trucks. Why? Because our chauffeurs, Bosnian chauffeurs, they get only 2 months every 6 months, 2 months, they can stay in the European Union. But we are doing only export. We are one of the companies, we are exporting to more than 90 countries. 90 countries, 90. So it's an added value. So we can do a lot of stuff. We can be the ambassador, we can be the gateway to Europe, because we have big companies in Europe for selling Bosnian goods in Europe. We can do that. But the government has to make some advertisement. Like, for example, I will give you an example. In Turkey, the government is doing a lot of advertisement about how beautiful Turkey is.
Yeah.
This is also a beautiful country. You have a lot of green, you have forests, you have waterfalls, you have old cities, old villages, yes. Beautiful. So that's what we have to work on.
Advertise,
yeah.
Public relations.
You gain money, you put back in advertisement, and that will bring a lot of money. That will bring a lot of money. That's the idea. It's not so hard.
And investments.
And then the investments will come. Yes. Because I tried to convince a lot of companies to come to this location.
Thank you so much for this interview.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Odabirom ponuđenih opcija pogledajte nastavak ove priče ili odaberite novi video.